to say that every performance indicator used shows we have done more in these 7 years than in any of the 8 years under the National Democratic Congress.
Abusia enwumre memoajo emoakwaba pachana da chem kakra semi kasamitrim aja weda na futuro no ne ewia hie bomu na enwumre de me bisa wo mu wo nkane a baby awo no wo kane na but before that let go to social media na yen check bibi awa ha say because enra me damu and so menya show kra se menya light so me bisa a question just 30 minutes ago so do you have light me share commenter Yenianum be the buyer and we say Christian Mefa, that's a producer, original TV morning show producer at Amanyosem. It means only light. Yenia a legend boy was it cheer what light? It means only light. Yenia Kisse or say Huntor I have light in Mamprobi Hutia ye. Bedu Kennedy say doom at Bashley. Yenia Frank say no light. Don Wilson said, "Dome, no light." Na Yenua Omar say no light. Afe Yenua praise Nicholas Tete or say no. East Legon, there's East Legon suni light. I see do somwa say no only light. Salsu na Yenua internet eche say only light. New Legon for suni light. Bawa Abdella na report. So it means nipa 11 on my comment no. Nipa ba ko pe ena or light. Na chese dodo no any light. Chese tana etie sesi aye kasai na oko social media so a titu ni Facebook a enkrofo bebre a posti on their pages chese wo hwe omo post o my dodo na ni news we say yenu ya makom sparks or say if they don't want to be called dumo then let's call it kumo as in the dark we smoke. I say more. We are one beam. We're talking about doom so. Because information naturally say you can say ECG4. Hey, Edieni. ECG4 share electricity power about 590 megawatt and omo yellow shade na yen kan kire and wada ho so nti wo ho no ma obekoda say onkane anadum anyway me patch so all light send the WhatsApp number in the screen so no ma yehu wo light ba bia wo within ni ba bia wo area wo tie no ma yehu se woni light so a send ma yehu ne hwe de ekoso ye se betimi abo amane makoso me ka se me di samon to amanye se dwumadie na sabre guso a wo hwe na free sabre question no ba ko bebo no obetimi ahwe ya kunaudo adwenkyere so aba ebre no so amebia homa tunu aso timi akyere wa adwen ebene ye be hye nkomo na sentem me ne okasa ebedwafo agye omadwa ewa ha enche bengazi so ba be kan yensa ewa ha se na kyese ye koye ni mu ano no amebia homa no tunu amemisa o se ba bia wo yemfa at least 5 colors o me yehu ba bia wo so light. When was the last time you do light ewo ba bia wo tie enwume ya ye kase wo light anase wo ni light ebinum so kura so mo light ne ba half current a kyese fridge cry into me so ebinum se fan cry into me so last week we say no more Ashanti region Kumasi complain bitterly say kania no ba a low current into me so hwe me patcho me ente won kana ba na screen no so there fa na frɛ ofra o sima ba ko so be kyerɛ wadwe no me hu ba bia wo 1 enwumre wo nkania anase woni nkania. When was the last time you do nkania e wo area you do so a it take how long don't share the door saying and sana ya so kania ne dia mawo ebinum kyerɛ mutimi dam 2 days na nkania no kra emai timi ehu o situation. Hello first caller.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening opinion pacho di ba bia kasafi.
Ni kasafuru kumasi ye friend Haruna Clinton alias Oho.
Alias Oho.
Oho.
Me pacho yentio. Me pacho yentio.
Ye friend Haruna Clinton ye friend kumasi.
Me pacho yentio.
Alias Oho Haruna Clinton.
Alias pacho yentio, yetio.
Bitunyami ye.
Hello. I'm sending line now drop. You bet me as a African. Pacho friend here far lower TV set no. na yen kasa e wo phone so de obeka bia no ebeba mamansa nyina atv line ne da number ne da screen so betimi afre na wa afra choice I curse Mahama anytime the light goes off eslowusu or kasa same way before 2016 and then anankrofo edit screenshot reminding us that this is what he said in the past and doom so is here but the man yamoboni said ye doom so no yen kakra ma when now so ne wadum nkania or see they are shedding low shedding is putting some people off and keeping some on. Wow. How is this different from doom so the audacity? Hello caller.
Hello Huntor.
Opini pachodi we bia kasefi.
Pacho FM kwa kasefi Ashanti region.
Ashanti region crew beso.
Kasefi Kumasi.
Me pacho baby I want no light.
Pacho mo light ba isi anu mo so ma Huntor.
Okay na nkania ne tese ho.
Nyekura Huntor, nyekura dumso pre sa Huntor.
Okay.
Esere mo fa ibi antu nche. Na mo aba no si. So ni nyekura.
Okay.
Nyekura.
Okay.
Yenye lati kwa fa yenye juma kura bo nyekura Huntor.
We ya juma be. We ya juma be.
Me ka binte ni efuaraka.
Okay. Na
intimungantel na unjare. Okay.
Where they just quick one. Market is saying one you for that can see a market is saying.
Nyekura
Nipa name ana se microphone na person beto adaka.
Ya nyoma di money na bo koforo. Ni na bo koforo to mana price no go bokwa na unto nkoyi.
And this adaka ne go no range from saying.
That another go 2,000 cover 5,000. 6,000, 7,000 yadi.
Wow.
Nyoma boy and nkoyi kura.
And say fan say week be at me to adaka be saying.
First, go na yet me to more than 10 a week. In the analysis about 5.
Unyi say be nipa na nhya da ngu nan say.
Unto ni pewu pa nyoma na ni boy tin. Life no so nya ensiwo enjira so ma fon fa ye djuma nti no so moyen unto moyen kura.
Okay.
Ago paro aseo man kura poto.
Okay. And that's
mumbo ni ki don so influence.
Okay.
Yara mu ye jo mama. Mo ye ni sa pepe is 12 for mumbo ni ti non so.
Okay, yeah, that's papa. Yeah, that's so me who dey cause o chese you say last man standing in doom I so ninkania Godwin mba ne de no I say ono so onikania. Hello caller. Yeah, that's papa. Yeah, that's hello. Openi pachodin ba bia kasa fi wo kania na woni bi.
Hello?
Openi pacholo wa TV set ne kasa wo phone so wodi ni ba bia kasa fi.
The kasa free incline.
Antieku, okay. Who are light? Me pacho who are light?
Hello?
Me pacho who are light?
Me see me kasa Antieku.
Me pacho who are light? Okay. Me pacho me say no tie no. O friend e fa yen kasa o phone so lo TV no. O kasa wo tie hu o TV no so a. E be my feedback into call no be drop it. Hello caller.
Good evening, Mr. Huntor.
Good evening, Opini. Pacho didn't be a Kasafi.
Evening, because Mkasafi capital is a bench so too.
What Kasafi?
Capital is a was so too.
Okay. Me Pacho a light.
Papa, you had by 1 o'clock no mudum light no. I feel some light aba.
Oh, okay.
Amanya tisa no na amapenit ni begina a simple sooner obina no catch your money na say. I saw good Papa, Osha, Papa, you can't pray. I am a man no credit ended the maximum na ye bre. I don't light off a moment you say a light off. Now much set timetables in mine. Into him saying, oh, light. It's not only light.
How often are you do Moncania or baby? I want.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a woman would do no.
They say a week, Omudu Moncania bear say.
Almost me do 3 times.
Hey,
a week.
Okay.
Don't my family.
Yes, that's Papa. Papa just bet me afraid. Now I'm young who said, baby, I want no light, and I say, we need light. Hello, caller. Hello.
Oh.
Me pacho te menka.
Metonka.
Pacho din ba biya kasafi.
Me Kasefi High Street. You from America.
High Street Accra.
Accra.
Okay. What light?
Oh no, my light of my demu ma dating.
And then they are compensating with me say that they all light.
A low current.
Eish. Now how often you mudundu mukania no?
Oh, Huntor bi ha omudum na. Ebi wa week no make me my low current be 3 days or 4 days.
Wow. More reporter my ECG for.
Oh, omo be ye no ekọ, omo be na ekọ, enu akwa de museum na wo off. Ama edemu ma dating.
Okay. All right.
Me say e fiteni. E say ojuma no so enye.
Fit ejuma ni yo.
Oh, Master, me obi car quest shop on Timin pass boy de.
Car be ho ejuma na wo ye.
Oh, any car be depend for the car no.
We here to say Toyota, Nissan,
Toyota, Nissan, Camry, like different car. Peugeot ni we na.
Okay. Yeah, that's a power why. So I mean who there.
Abane de see and so kwa center o ma ton asase mo mu bi half. Ko hwe kunto bla be hwe.
For asase na kai.
At center. Water center o ma ton half mo mu bi ko hwe yo mo esa o mo carve ade e sepo niam kwa bute tutu o mo a. No mo ehin no mo koye ejuma.
Okay. Yeah, that's papa opening. So I mean who there ekoso ewo wonso so wo area. Afen fa last caller na yemra fie. Benghazi ababedu nti e be hye nkoma na sesesi ya. Mpacho so betimi afra. Hello last caller.
Good evening.
Good evening opening Mpacho din ba bia kasafi.
We kasafi apa Israel boku.
Okay. Mpacho wa light.
Fia na wo mo tum and 2 hours. Wo mo tum so me no.
Ka say any wo I say boku de mumu wo kan say enukrom kan say northern electricity. Okay. How often are you mudum nkania wo ho? They say a week no mudum nkania na be say in a week. They say a week no mudum light be say. I me send the line I drop me patch me sanfa at least one more caller enka ho. Patch activity line ma me yamfa at least 1 or 2 more callers na yensa emra. Hello caller.
Yes sir.
Opening patch din ba bia kasafi.
Kasafi kaswa adade.
Okay, patch all light.
Light there every day there you do 2 times. And no the mama dey change.
Every day we do mo light 2 times.
Yeah, 2 times. And no the mama dey change.
Okay. Yeah, that's power why. Yeah, that's say wa frɛ. Me pa cho frɛ na fa annual world TV set no. We say we nua Philip Agbekodo or say think about it. Dumso is back. Ono ne dia no. Na fe fa last caller na fe yemra fie na empenyefo nto aso e wa hasen. Kane ano duma ene dundum. Hello caller.
Hello.
Openi pa jodin ba bia kasa fi.
Nipa so e frame fa so no. Le kasa fi opa.
O kasa fi.
Opa. Yeah.
Ewo Accra ha na.
Accra, ewo amasaman.
Okay. Who light?
Me light na mo we light ne de asema anku.
Adai.
A light no one. Every day be I do no 5-6 times a day. You do na so sa na wo ano.
Okay.
Me say, and I grow.
Okay.
I feel so. Yeah, problem about my one is say. So they be a one side they go off.
Okay.
Now one side for life. After that, no, now one side no call. Now one side and so about. Sa na wo ha. Kunto asema eti ho edio answer.
Ya mamudue enya monko a na mo de ndem say ya bro so say 5 times a day dey say mo de enye dumso ne mo me presso ai say mo no mo upgrade mo komanim. Anyway, abejafo yemre studio na mpenyufo awahase yenu Benghazi communication team member ma New Patriotic Party sanso na SP na no Valentine's Day and you will be pin one a baby. A best and can do my demon and 900 year. If I crawl to tea and dear. You're sure, me be free, but we can't see I have to come. I is our honorable Emmanuel Aloti, a year parliamentary candidate, the MNDC, and Yaso to about to pay us on also a video. I pay for Mamma Quaba.
Huntor.
SP, Boko there. Is it the one back a crack?
Yamanadum. Donna, and now when you are a
call, sorry,
oh, because Mama dear, I know you don't take alcohol until
never.
I was wondering.
Never. Me take alcohol.
I know you don't take alcohol. I was wondering.
Now I don't take alcohol.
Oh, that be.
The
president said it.
Yes, he said it clearly. So he doesn't take alcohol.
But you trust President Kufuor doesn't take alcohol?
Oh yes, I mean, in all his life.
Please.
In all his life. In all his life. Oh, David. In fact, Ghana for him, he was referring to. And in fact, I mean, it's not something that we, perhaps want to say, but we all know who he was referring to. And it's all over social media.
Does the president smoke?
I can't really recall. I don't
so
think
how
so.
did you know it's on
personal life. And 50 times
so you know his personal life, so take alcohol, but you can't tell us any personal life.
Oh, of course. And to even, on social media, they are referring to the former President Mahama. And say, Onona, he's the one that takes alcohol and all that. I have a document from Muammar Camp that seeks to suggest that during the campaign time, the 4 camp outlined no more of reasons as a song to Abamana. And one of them they raised said they do not have to vote for somebody who is an alcohol addict. I'll forward it to you. It's sad. It's sad,
and you believe in that?
No, but that's what they said. That's what they said from your own camp. If it is from the MPP, Honorable Alote is from the MPP, that's different. But it's coming from you. What did Kennedy say about Baumia? What did Kennedy say about Baumia? What did he say? What did he say? I can't even remember. I can't recall.
Take all the things.
So what did he say? What did he say? Let me just push no, I'm saying.
Because say, Obi, if you campaign.
Yeah.
Now on Mahama contest, no other Mahama and no
into it's not true.
Because me, like I said,
what are you saying?
Because I don't have any proof. Me name Mahama go event be a man. But Ujidi say,
our krataso.
Benghazi.
So why not?
Benghazi.
Oh, I have it here. Let me tell you.
Benghazi. What's the NDC in our kratas? Me person me who say, a walk kratas now walk at near her for who did this Mahama or yes, Adrian.
But me meaning President Mahama, these people are closer to President Mahama than anyone.
Now, kind of more kind of Musa, who did your more can D?
Of course, because Omubeno.
Okay, all right.
Omubeno.
That's
what I'm saying. Omubeno.
Okay. Sammy, you see, some of this, sorry, but me Fakunya Vinchia, I have one, and you may be sure of your Rami Sanchia. Anyaso tumfo normally me ba hasia me bo hunde rupa anti enye bibri ehwe nti me che omu nyina enyumre Sami number 1 yatna krom ha etia Kufado president several times awatwantro so there's no way he would tell me say he doesn't drink am me because I was here when he told me say or the 12 months 88 hospital 12 months in edruye no he has not even built one. He lied. So how can he tell me say he doesn't drink? And I feel say you go campaign. Let's say Obi a campaign against you. I said if can near ma Benghazi said, "Esan say okay ya o chiro ensunti ono gidia." Then that's serious. You know near ma Kennedy e can about me several. So that can't even repeat on TV. Should I also say Esan say Ken our party our bemoninti. Then Ken was speaking the truth. Let's talk some of these things. Campaign you can near ma. Just to smear your colleague and win the election. As that means that whatever we are saying in our we were here in this country. Mukomo election. Orap if anything, Kennedy, Alan, and all the other people. They said a lot about Baumia. several unprintable things. I can't even repeat, and I will repeat. Because me, I respect our leaders, and I can never say because I'm Mukai, I believe Obianim, Lua Kennedy, play.
But Yanfan say,
how can you say this?
Ghana is never wrong, so be taking alcohol.
Of course,
excessive intake of alcohol is wrong. And they be our Bruna who they are. We
don't even have law. We don't even have law. HSA, you must not even drink excessively. There's no law like that.
You see,
I'm coming.
Huntor hasn't read the document, and that is why you are saying that.
What document?
But there's a document.
Of what? From who?
From
Benghazi. Hold on. How can you tell me, say, if you are competing with me, no, I believe it.
Benghazi.
Oh, come on.
Benghazi.
Come on.
So, Honorable Alote.
Hold on. I was on the floor.
Yeah, I'll give you a
I was on the floor.
Benghazi, you are there.
Yeah.
Politics na ye no.
Right.
Right.
I don't have a problem.
Yes, see the obi aka.
Right.
Any do obi atro bia na de be adwuma. E dey na WikiLeaks etro for Mampeni na Akufo-Addo. Shall we go back and take that and play and say because a WikiLeaks say Akotu Kwesi Pratt say President Akufo-Addo or opposition Ukonifie, can we take that thing?
In fact, no. Let me land that we come in. You see, in America say, you competition, elections are, you can't so you can't tell me say which document because the things on paper. Says there is a document. Yeah, it's a Cromwell. I can't about Nana Akufo-Addo president. So should I also take?
Of course, it was there before. In 2016, you attacked the president as flag bearer. That he was a weed smoker. It is so what is wrong? When we raise issues like this today, what? Drinking the man from President Akufo-Addo. President Akufo-Addo.
Illegal.
And look,
smoke is illegal.
I haven't had my chance. We are talking about the document that was released by before camp.
Can you imagine?
During the build up to the running mate select, your friend said, look, I have only one question. My question is, State of the Nation address. Listen, State of the Nation address is not something that we have to take lightly. Whatever the president said had an inference.
Okay.
So, listen. So, you, Alote, Honorable Alote, are you telling me that you are bigger than President Akufo-Addo and that when he subtly says something, now, general public, no, attributed to Obia. When President Akufo-Addo, when President Mahama called President Akufo-Addo Jack Toronto, has anybody come out to say, I mean, it did not different, and yeah, now be
Benghazi.
And then the president comes to State of the Nation address. In his public address, he says, one body, I am only telling you, it has become a subject of public ridicule.
Benghazi, when I was saying, he was referring to Mahama.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying it's a public ridicule.
And I make a say. Politics na and
I buttress my point with a release from before camp.
You put yourself in
let's even state this maybe drinking
alcohol. Your friend President Jack Toronto, now you don't want us to talk about it. How is that fair?
No,
how is that fair?
Is it illegal?
President Akufo-Addo Jack Toronto.
It's illegal.
President Akufo-Addo your friend Jack Toronto. President Akufo-Addo, that is why President Mahama also is a drunkard. He's an alcoholic addict
to drink.
We cannot commit this nation to a leader who drinks. That's a bosses of broker. He never signs documents. When he was at Jubilee House, a bosses of broker, he saw the document, Commander. He doesn't sign because.
Media Bema or Voyagere, no sounds one pana, no castle dome, me and who is so a cushini. Every sa commander Yabako, won't me fun no me, sir.
Oba, Nadia now canesano. Yen and nanom, no more worry and ma be brave will fear, assume Joe will fear no. na no de na kan so mo ya na kohwesem ene de
na me tetemre mo
tetemre ne de he tetemre no ene mo nnem
na me tetemre mo
Emma se ye hie mu na se ye bonkomo a ye kan sempi ensem ne bi wo ho a na ye ma ne din
se obanfa bema odo ni free na akoma mu na odo nso ni bibia ewo ni mu se esesa okotimbuktu no ko sua se ne ye boduku obaya
no ba winning baby oba bi eton ajapade nyina edemani kunu se de be ya efi be ye de etire no bema ne na busuafo eye oba na yakayaka de ne fa wo hemu oba na ntimi anso ano ode ko wo
Emma I was say ye do ye hu esan say ye hu ene ye ma eno ko ane ade a aka eno nti no de o say hu say ye manom ayire no mpo empepi no ye na entawanta wo kakra e wo ye ne omu ntem na o say hu say ye manom yire no nso no omu ye ma asemo
Sani abiri bia yeto no the future is female, the future is female, the future is now. Emma yesu ye mreni o, ye mreni. Nokre emma ye mreni. Eno nti na original television akofa dwumedie aba a yato ne din se Emma Monsom. Eho na Emma ye bedi nkomo ye nkata bibia so ye beda bibia edi pefe me afia papa bi me na me ye wo chia me ba na yetie mu ka se Emma Monsom na waje so se
yesom papa bi
Emma Monsom
yesom papa bi
enti hwe
For Asakwa baby, it's part of the game. Normal sometimes, you know, professional drivers class sometimes. Obuto gata menra me se me call lunch. Na ka bi odi manim. Obu careful ade hu ya say eh kia picanto ibi. The hu ya say the back tires ni bi ni nyina ahwe wi. What the driver side akoshe gata we say hey driving so never timisi. Citizen akwaba.
Sami Imbre chill. Minchia Ashofo. Minchia Unia Bengazi na honorable Aluti. Na menka chia Ashofo the one fan chain na numerous amazing keken. Sometimes some of these things happen. But Sami important today. I think NDC during their national congress, as some crowd making when I want to champion politics without insult. It should be issue-based politics. There, you know, want some ye pede ye beka. But you see, jaye beka nenden kene hundo ye nsenda wama. Assembly or wa, especially say yinjina dubia. Don't be saying it. This morning, I watched a bit of shows, and I saw how some shows degenerated into insults. Sometimes just because everybody is talking about somebody's leader, or be a pede, or destroy the leader of the opposing political party. See, why don't we turn it into the issues that they are talking about and not their personalities? Sami, when it comes to even LGBTQI, we were so indifferent about it. So why are we talking about issues about alcohol and this? In fact, for me, it was unnecessary for the president to say what he said. But he understands the game. He knows it's an election year. Let me throw a jab. Because the president threw a lot of jabs yesterday, which for me, it was uncalled for. But he feels that is the line. But you see, Sabi, in paying funeral kasano, one train and Myanmar, Yambo family de fado. Because Sabi paying them na any opportunity at a State of Nation address. Na it throw jab, there will be a yimda no mansa. Then afterwards, and we knew what he was talking about. I mean, because there is already on record And I know that Minya Benghazi, on record, I mean, one of the people who champion such things about former President Mahama Yobofu, I think there will be sending message. I personally seen him, and I think that we've had a discussion here before. I feel that some of these things probably also or can because somebody from the MPP, to the Mace Smoking, also Akade, national leader, or Shuri, and all those things. I think that you rise above some of these things. And let's move on in our politics. Sabi, in one way or the other. Because on your normal alcohol crowd in there are alcohol content in our body. So, I mean, what is the big deal? I don't think the former President Mahama will be in his line of duty. But Benghazi is telling us there was Obu and a phone sign. After 6 on sign. I mean, some of these things will be so there. Where would you get it from? You see, and after 6 o'clock, so happened by force to sign document. Obiana and the working style. Once the person was able to govern, did not affect his kind of work. Let's leave it. If it affected his competency, so based on that, you want to say that based on ABCD, into I had them, into based on that, Ghanaians more on vote manner. Fair enough, make a point. Let's move beyond these things.
All right, now let's go to the serious business. State of the nation. And the question now, Yebisano, very simple. Just a second, I'm in Famasu, and so one Fantoso, and Fama ACC. Question Yebisano say Ghana as a country, Yakoya nim ewumpuntum, and I say Yakoya chi. Ghana then versus now. Progress or retrogression in the Yebisa. Benghazi, I'll start from you. Una inherited a government from your predecessor in 2017. Economy being and our inherited. Nene, our Mampeni Akufo-Addo, I delivered the last State of the Nation's address. You know, economy being and a more leaving behind. 15 minutes uninterrupted.
Medose, the chopa can say the tier 4. Sometimes, you know, now in the course of our duty, you know, some of these heated arguments comes in. But it's only fair. Say, will be a 2 there, also be to me a 2 be D. Na anka yin na ya dia ya grow na anka ye ko. In the course of you know, if not for the audience there, I feel say anka me to me akase ma kamadwuna na ma chair madwune. But there are audience they are more intelligent and wiser than we are, and I would want to apologize to them as well.
Okay.
Huntor, I think say clearly, Oshe Bebia Omainu na a war from 2016 at the bar from 2012 Okrampo at the bar 2016 now. I mean, the records and the data shows, and I have from last week I have raised concerns. I believe civil service organizations had any idea as that is Amanyosem. Look, I have raised concerns. Say President Mills did far better than President Mahama when it comes to the economy. President Mills did far better than President Mahama no when it comes to the economy. And if you look at the World Bank report on the economy, I would want to, from 2008, econo, you bet to me aboso, and because we started from somewhere.
Report there.
Yes, I do have it.
You can push it to me.
I do have it. My screenshot. Okay. Let me just. I mean, kinda men farm.
Yeah, I told you with the course of work, I know I'll be can push it to me.
Sure. So in the 2008, I mean, in fact, President Kufuor ebon modern the economy no eko kujina 9.15 GDP growth. And I hear Ramirez ebesomo. In fact, obesomo.
Okay, GDP growth na what chiremu dia ba.
Yes, in fact.
Assess the beya mami dwadi taxi driver and also be
yes. You see kasem, you jadi inflation bibia ni nyina aka ho. NMA you could jina asami no 9.8 no something that was that was good for the country. And nyame ya adom to abawie ye no wa wonim say ya to abawie a economy ne ho sensemnity ade no 2009 eba form kakra eba 4.84%. And President Mills ebo ho modern 2010 e pagya de cost 7.9. And I want me per se your audience no mutie, these are the records. 2011 President Mills did the unprecedented. She said, and Roma or the boa or mine, it was huge. So that time, now you discover your oil. And I think it's one of the highest. 2011, the economy grew to 14.5%. 14.5%. In 2012, it shrunk, and that is when President Mahama took over. It came to 9.29. President Mahama. 2013, about 7.31. President Mills Eddie Kosoro to 14. President Mahama Besomo stood at 9.39. Onuaso Mubio in 2013, 7.31. And then 2014, about 2.86. 2014, President Mahama, 2015, 2.12. And then he finally left office with 3.37. It's clearly, the data really shows, say, President Mills did far better than on one kasa nabedi echria or the economy ni beye den e de be share nesa. Look, here koso in 2015 yamin charge 3.37 2016 2017 President Akufo-Addo buy ultimately grow economy with influx of inflation and other things, and clearly share at the tone for any adwadifoɔ no a one more kyerɛ say 2017 2018 economy ne pick up because there was stable power. That's our time, electricity now started saying engineer so. Because during Mahama time, President Mahama time, electricity, doomsaw, ni adie, Emma, and Yoma, Eyeden, and Jumaye, Echo form. Into President Akufo-Addo in 2017, he grew the economy to 8.3%. 2018, Eba form kakra 6.2. 2019, Eba 6.5. In 2020, COVID ne buy in a history, this is perhaps the worst, 0.51, and I'm going to be honest with that. 0.51. It went to the zero because of COVID and Ukraine in some seminal. 2021, it went to a Pejani Mobile, the economy grew to 5.36. 2022, a Bafom Kakra.
Ukraine war now started 2020.
Let me say COVID. Factors, underlying factors.
COVID and Russia-Ukraine war.
Sure.
But after 2020, now Ukraine war.
Into OSHA 2021-2022, the economy went down a little bit, and we have begun to see signs. Say economy is picking up. Huntor, I have also have in my document in my hand, the kind of things that President Akufo-Addo has done since he began. Or Bebia Onia Barbedru. Sir, Osha the handing over nota, one more de Maya. Until across the nation, almost say now you were 10 ambulance, not 6 penny operational. Handing over nota, everybody when there was a transition in government. The whole Ghana, there was 10. Yes. 10 ambulance. Yes. 10 ambulance. The whole country. 10 ambulance on regional basis. In another government too, because they had no, in fact, I think later on, I'm procuring and no one by 10, and you can check if it is not right, you can let me know. Out of the 10, it was only 6 that was operational. When President Akufo-Addo came, 2017, 2018, 2019, across every district, Biano, there are ambulances, and only one of the major achievements President Akufo-Addo achieved at the Amai. Look. And I think, sir, it's one of the things that we also need to understand. President Akufo-Addo, one of the achievements in these areas of the economy has to be that we're buying a database, and Ghana for yet to me who say, okay, we a Ghana ni, and I'm talking about the Ghana card. Aboche oko bebia, ubia identification number. Ubia, there's an identification system that seems to point out to say these are the number of people in your country. These are foreigners, these are that, and that is strongly required for a stable and a strong economy. Into President Akufo-Addo, there was no Ghana card. There has been a strong Ghana card and a strong database. And there has been also a digital property address system. Because first, now share locations in here. It was very, very hard for us. Aboche Okwa, Obia Utumiko 7th Avenue, Obia 7th Avenue here, Obia Betumia Point. And that was very, very important in the history of our nation because it's an idea Ofa Hanuma, Ofa watching Nechi Hanuma, no PAKOS BH. There was no proper digital address system. President Akufo-Addo, Ede, we Ebebekai, Emma, economy, Ghana form. There was also mobile money interoperability. And make us ask me, mobile money interoperability, I say our direct and foreign, investment. It was speculated, and as last year, Statistical Service said we had over 1 trillion cedis in the economy because of more money transactions. Ghana for So these are some of the things. We have medical drones for the very first time. Medical drones are just na obi yaria ohia blada afri no mobeye it took time. But this time because drones were hanom obi yaria okọ increase ya medical drones were honoma omode den and then the subject of one district one factory. And look, that's another subject for debate. The number of factories are nanka egua revampe. All of this under the auspices of President Akufo-Addo. To me reviving most of these factories. And then we have factories that are coming in for the very first time. One maba to say Nissan, any other vehicle assembly plant other countries, Ebakra, Ebabeden, Ebabefa, Edifi Hanum. Look, our port was very, very cumbersome. Your port, very, very cumbersome. And then we could hear there. I very easy because of the paperless system. First, now porter, obe bressa, son, where to me is now digitalized passport acquisition. This time I can sit at the comfort of my home and fill online. Now I could try my passport. Now, deliver
and it didn't exist until you took over.
No, that's what I'm saying, sir. These are some of the things that President Akufo-Addo has. Some may be existing, but you're to me boosty, and it's one of the achievement. Student loans first. Now, Uko University near Diana, so we need guarantor and son where to me access student loan. You buy a BM no guarantor system, through the use of a Ghana card, you can access your student loan and pay them. These are some of the achievements of President Akufo-Addo. Look, it's one of the things that you have to also commend President Akufo-Addo when it comes to Zongo development. In fact, in the Zongo communities, they were always looked down. When President Akufo-Addo took over with his able vice president, the church said it's very important. Say, you be more scholarship and educational enhancement. I bet to me look, Huntor, if you go on a recent survey now, go to all these hospitals, you see, sir, most of them are Muslims. And Muslim near Wabin, no Wabin. Huntor, all of this, President Akufo-Addo, Emo scholarship, Emo Cuba, Ekusiaye, Eddie Baye. Look, there are so many things that I can also go on. And in fact, the major one has to be the free SHS policy. Abrana President Akufo-Addo Mbaye now wofo etua school fees with all the doomsonia Abrana ewohonum ni nyina no, they were paying school fees. President Akufo-Addo ebaye no say no omanye nyina ye japade. If you want to head into the right direction say education accounting. And Huntor, the statistics that came out of Ghana Education Service was alarming. Say, and crop 530,000 BEC, only 130,000 to me proceed at the core secondary school level. No, and it was alarming. Not just we have a backlog of about 330,000 now. One mutinefie. President Akufo-Addo buy no. It is very important. No, mind be a tumpoa. It is through the bench of education. Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, starting they made education accessible. They made education very cheap for every citizen in their country to go. And the President Akufo-Addo Ediabano. And yesterday I watched Edu Watch for almost statistics. Also since the inception from 2016 till now, 5.7 million children in a rolling wolf free SHS anymore. That tells us Ghana has a bright future. And where would all these 5.7 million for Anna and Kulei, where would they have been? You understand? And another one that seeks to help us, Agenda 111. In the areas of roads, any hospitals are also around the world, around Ghana, unprecedented. Look, President Akufo-Addo, this is a parliamentary, it's being captured in a parliamentary Hansard. This is Ministry of Roads and Highways, complete road project from January 2007 to December 2022. In Juma, Rosa, since President Akufo-Addo baye, baby a ubebama mi biano, met me from regional basis. I can tell you, regional basis, Rosa, Enkwa, highways, feeder roads, any idea, urban roads, near the and in our pictures, in our Hanum, so with for Shemia. It captures all of them here. In fact, President Akufo-Addo has really helped. But one of the things that in spite of all of these achievements, and still but what gives us hope in Huntor, at a certain point in our time now a tough war at 17 Ghana cedis per liter. Now say above from to 13 and now 12 umpo. 13. Into and Roma has started air from what we are praying and say and keep for more than yet to me yet to me and why. So far I can boldly tell you say President Akufo-Addo has done a lot, and in fact it's a time now the Amami Nisa and until met me Abu Bakar
but 15 minutes no aso. But when Mr. Dr. Baumia in opposition catcher say you can hoodwink us, referring to the predecessor with infrastructure. But if you want to measure the strength and the growth of the economy, there were indicators I measure.
Yes, he said that.
He talks about the public debt.
Right.
He talked about debt to GDP. He talked about inflation rate. He talked about exchange rate. Yeah. 2017, I inherited a year NDC, a ban from NDC government. Not inflation, you say. Now your debt to GDP, you saying. Near public debt, and so now you're saying. Not inflation, you're saying. And then so all these indicators, and so saying.
Well, I think, sir, I would have to look at the data, so Okoba, I can tell him, because whatever I put out there, you fact check it into.
Okay.
Since our Okoba,
okay, then this is
sure,
as 2017, when we take you over, now inflation is 15.4%.
Right.
Now your debt to GDP is 56%.
Right.
Now exchange rate is 4 Ghana cedis, 20 pesos to $1. Now your public debt is 120.2 billion Ghana cedis.
Right.
Today, your kasa exchange rate is 13 Ghana cedis to $1. Inflation is 25%. Debt to GDP, according to World Bank report, now as of last year, say about 104%. Say IACD. Your public debt, as of end of December 2023, that's about 600 billion. You also said something about ambulance. My predecessors,
yes, in the handover note.
Yeah, handover note. Now I was reading something from National Ambulance Service.
Yes.
Now, Omochro BB editor. This was published August 21, 2020 by Kwame Asare Buedu.
Okay.
Obaha or say hope and disappointment. When the National Ambulance Service was birthed in 2004, many were those who welcomed it as a game changer. As a pilot project then, it started off with 69 newly trained emergency medical technicians, 9 ambulances, and 7 stations. Unfortunately, it suffered stunted growth becoming more of patient transport service rather than emergency medical service. Were highlighted. By 2016, the fleet of National Ambulance Service had reduced to a mere 55. It means as of 2016, now more 55 ambulances per this article published by National Ambulance Service. As of 2016, no more 55 fleet. That's the cars and no more a use name and yet 10 analysis.
So that's what I'm saying, sir. In the transition note, they said, say, operational. Okay, one more ambulance now a year. Oh, but you should. It's public records. It's under Ministry of Information. Okwa opese a year handover note now a buy now. Me say 6 were operational. And can you say even mentioned 2004 was 55.
But
and
this was published by National Ambulance Service.
That's what I'm saying, sir.
And
even mentioned 55.
In 2020.
55.
Yes.
And disappointingly, or catch say 55 and now in a year, Juma. 9. It's not there.
Oba or say the born in a year penny say okay say the muja 10 and a 6 and a year Juma. And this is National Ambulance Service for now publishes our way. Or maybe by 2016, now cars or more national ambulance or fleet, 55. This is what they are saying.
55. Now you're 55 now a year Juma. Huntor. That is the question. And I'm telling you, sir, I have read. But this is different. This is different from the handover note that was given to us.
Okay.
We are educating our audience.
We know say a handover note, it's a new public document said they work and because they're bulky. So maybe you have to help us next week.
I don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem.
All right. I don't have a problem. All right. Look, don't be smiling because you told our audience, say. He told our audience. Honorable Ote told our audience, say, in terms of probability in the Bank of Ghana, he was going to see some judge and then he was going to get us the data. Last week, woman a chance.
Where the question I said, Ketiane, James as a view. What quiet park?
Let's say, you are no one or the TF4
Cobra. Anyway, Honorable, also, a year 15 minutes. Economy bay and I would demand a year or successor. Now, economy bay I will leave you behind. 15 minutes.
My mizu me from my voice and cat near. Gazani Atudazi Eka in terms of apologizing to our viewers and say Mufanche. I tell you not eat now too much.
Sami, Michelle, over to me and share this document with me from National Ambulance.
Sure.
Mufanche na yankoyemi. Sami, bottom line. And me in America. Ghana for you name say. Bibia yedi o mine e jan o raku fado ba omiano. And be or more near no Eddie or mine could do no or mana say, and everybody can testify to it. There are facts and figures to show say the country has deteriorated or must say or mine or want to be born mine and it's clear every day be a correct him say Coco and mammy air tomano oh anti melu hono and mammy the 5 cities air to me to coco and ya in Katia count and ya a situation and ya milk and ya co say 5 cities and then 5 cities end me but before I'll come to the fact and figures, Sammy, let me respond to something. Or see, President Mills, President Mills' performance is unprecedented in the records of this country. Now, nothing can be, no government can be compared. But you see, it is also a fact, Sammy. Say, time Ora Mills Ebojumano. Ora Mahama was the vice president. Ally? Oh, no, can you Mubojuma? And the two of them were voted for because in Crawford Mills, a voting man. Essence of me say, near Obekan Mubojumano, a Ora Mahama. And Ora Mahama, a can you Ebojuma, or Mubian, the Omadrin, a boom, a Bojuma. And if you are saying, say, President Mills' performance is unprecedented, no, you can't separate Mahama from it. In fact, time Mills by you could see say he gave Mahama a lot of mileage say Ejman be audition in same records are there and if you claim say President Mills time no the GDP was good in terms of figures now, 7, 9, and 14. Oluwa Mahama was the head of the economic management team. And let me clear this in. The EMT is a subcommittee of cabinet. Cabinet, you know.
Say,
Mahama.
I'll fast check.
And I feel so. Say EMT is a subcommittee of cabinet. And and lawyer. Can say I want you to listen to me. Help me with this. In Grover and normal constitute cabinet. And the ministers, by the constitution, has given a ceiling. In the union minister, you can be part of cabinet. And EMT once is a subcommittee of cabinet, meaning it comprises of what ministers. And conventional, vice president and a lady and I say chair the EMT in this country. Conventionally, that's what we do. Now, on say Mills, for me another economic committee. That is what they run around and to line. That committee, was for me to have insight from industry. Dr. Cadman Mills was part. Joel Hyde, the CEO and owner of Somotex and Electroland, was part. Sam Donner was part. People from industry. That one is economic committee to help the president. And yet, a committee that report to cabinet, because cabinet is made up of ministers. And that is where they run around and tell lies. Oluwa Mahama led the EMT as was the head. So if Omani to be talking GDP of 14, why do you want to separate Mama from it if it's not for diabolic politics? And it's clear. Say, some fantastic report, Oluwa Mahama account ebo say jumano. So check. They formed their EMT. The EMT boarding about Dr. Kuto say, Jambafu and so on. They were all ministers, and they formed EMT. Almost said for me, economic committee to help in managing the currency.
Yeah.
And
FX.
Yes.
FX committee.
In this committee, Imani guy no account. Action Chapel presiding archbishop. So account. That is separate from the EMT. EMT now Muka say what a solid team no. And then GDP number 0.5. Dollar in 13. Baby senu. DDP no. Bismarck performance from the EMT no. Can was him. So you don't separate the two. Sammy, okay, I say, performance from 2017 to 19 was so fantastic. It was the pandemic that changed things. 2017 to 19 performance was fantastic, not because Moody any supreme policy be a no, because at that time now we are under IMF. It was IMF benefit that helped you. That's number one. Number two, 2016 June. Economic Intelligence Unit, EKSA, say Oluwa Mahama Abu Juma and lay the foundation. What Abu Juma 2 additional oil wells in it. The economy in 2017 will grow beyond 7%, and 18 will also grow beyond 7%. So, and yet, we have 2 additional oil wells. Mahama, Sankofa, and Tame, or the buyer, or the camp near Oracle Force buyer. That is what pushed the growth to the figure said out and yet anything supreme from any of you, because finance minister Obian say and so your own MPs even push for him to be sacked. So don't sit here. In fact, it was 2 reports: Economic Intelligence Unit, World Bank report. HCA say Oluwa Mahama has laid a solid foundation for us to grow in 2017. Unfortunately, we lost power, and you came to take power. All can about Ghana card say, oh my Ghana card began in Kufuor's time. Then later, no say we have enhanced. Used, I beg you, next year is our word now. You say you have Ghanaians know say he has come to enhance. It did not start from him. Then about Momo interoperability and no say anybody about passport online. I think say this passport thing you can't want some more. You video say it never started under you. Wow, into Buja and Trono or see Zongo Development Fund. Ebwa Zongo for no. What did he teach them? You only taught them how to cook wachi. Wachi or mujadada. That's what you do for them. So go back to the Zongos and tell them this. They will even test with catalyst. Because one yeshi and found what Zongo for no. Much say wachi. And this is their prime skill. You wasted their time. All cannot come by educational what Kofi Asamoah's report on free secondary school. I think you should take your time read the report, and you will see. The man even says, Sanka, we should segregate the free secondary school and make it a scholarship and give it to them, those who are deeply poor. Because and then secondary school, no. And we are not reaping the benefit from that. So if you are quoting them, take your time and read the report very well, because the implementation is bizarre. Frankly speaking, I would never sit here and make us say free secondary school and yet Debbie is very good. But Senator Momo handling the issues to Edoso. So I mean, after responding to Nyoka here, I feel they are not correct. Let me come back to the reason why we can't say Omase Omano. Ampa, you were right. Oraba Omia am a measure to take care of the economy. So Ubi air crime mine and I say they pano air good money here. He told us some of the things we have to look out for. And that is what we call the macroeconomic indicators. Nyamana equals to say unemployment. A Juma Sema Ebiniwa. Time Momo, yet your money show me same no. Ah, Momo, a year Mahama. Like the day to come in Kumano. Now inflation was below 8%. Sammy, you can fast check. Now sorry, I say inflation, unemployment. Now youth unemployment was below 8%. Records are there, you can check. And then now, what is youth unemployment? 21.7%. Or many in our youth now has gone beyond the age to 21.7% of the youth. How can you tell me say this on my way no it has progressed? On my anchor, youth was 8% of the total population. The able and willing to work force of the country no. Nanka 8 and below 8 no. Momo you have more peja 21.7%. It means your man equality. So unemployment as a factor to check say o money ko you know. Ma bon in that area. Ma fairly poto. So I mean, young man a friend is saying GDP. And also they made noise or GDP. Say around my GDP at 3.7. Oh, by say no GDP. At me correct 0.5. 0.5. Abysmal performance. So say eno na yedi measure say omana konim pa meaning say yakoyechi several years. Then inflation how can one say so? And you can inflation so you can about say na niema bo no e kosro na say e ba form no. Enya nim say Ghana de niema bo no e ba form e kosro. Ora mama time no. The measure was 15.4 say price because you cry 15 po. Mama breast no. Et me koye 54%. Meaning say ade bi out of 100 cities no. Who come back to the market no. Now increase by 54 times. Enti enenu e broboto bako 90 cities under Mahama. And then 900 cities under you. Omana connection. Rice nanka 150, 120 under Ora Mahama. And then 450. Kenki a mini na sami edi de biano. Under Mahama na 1 city and then 5 cities. Kenki 5 cities. And I can go on and on and on. Even pure water cry. Now you're saying under Ora Mahama less than 1 city. You can go and check. I said like less than 10 pesos under Mahama. And then pure water and I'm saying you can check all these things. And when you talk about the country progressing, centuries, decades behind. Wow. From there, you have interest rate. Obi ebo juma epe loan. Say or call bank koji loan. E dia tete in the juma and I say or per loan. Ebi a salary worker or per loan e dia kan sika e dia to asase and I say or dia 20 rent. Ora mama time na policy rate. That is near central bank man because central bank is the lender of last resort. Or no say on malona rate no use and as commercial banks with the account under Mahama average of 25 and then we end 30% and over 35%. Inti obi biara oji loan 100 cedis 35 Ghana cedis and you only 65 Ghana cedis eco fee. That is MPP for you. And all this can be checked. Who can about if anything exchange rate offer exchange rate 4.2 yeah from 1.2 from Oracle 4 after 8 years yeah the trace the account yes because of the structure of the economy yeah that's figure around 4.2 but buy say no munye crabo and I'm 13 Ghana cedis exchange rate or money connection. These are the facts and figures on the table. Then we come to social welfare. Sami you can speak to experts in the area of health, and you can see that we are Ghana for health is deteriorating. In Crawford, you'll be shocked. A been see that. It's say, you be they be a can say, oh, the dear, but try at least, obey the fruits and more vegetables. Yeah, to me, because near all the take a crown, only be. How do you finish eating and buy orange? Only me say, I'm saying orange, 5 cities. Orange means 5 cities. Those days, no, oh, to me, the 5 cities, a whole sack of orange, and I said basket of orange, basket. Maybe we can check it. Wow. Now look at the youth. They are frustrated. Obie to coin, obie free column. And this government too. Who call Abelente in the morning? Maybe on Canada for selection, visa selection. You can go and see the queue in the morning. In Crawford, Mujina, Evianiso. You too, Mujina Ono. It tells you the state of the nation. Say, Oman are pro Asai and the Baumia and Akufado. And he obedient to now. And shockingly, do you know how much it costs one person? He doesn't care. Wow. So people are migrating. You can see the youth. You just conduct, say, I a media station. Conduct interview about it. I mean, from the youth. Maybe someone say, oh, yes, pass US as compared to Ghana and this condition. Which one will you choose? And you see the number of people are on the line. Win any. Wow. Sammy, you know, we call something economic agents. That is, that's individuals. They are part of economic agents. Then we have what we call the business unit, and then the government. You for me, the economic agents. And it's very key. Say, so money call you and call you. That's the private sector. And then private sector, a good records are there. Why? Because of what? High taxes on Mutia. Tax upon tax. Are you aware, say, most companies, they tax them on their gross profit? And say that they even tax them on their final profit. Are you aware? Say, Mutia tax. Now, banks, criteria, what they call the financial sector, levy. And they pay tax on their gross profit. Or you hear, or the all the other things, there's taxing double taxation. And see, all form. Sammy, look at your utility bills, water bill, electricity, and
down 15.
So this government has taken us backwards. Now, Sammy, my last point. Now, so be a big drop those days, or craniama, ever cost $100,000. Sandy panel, and say on pay 420,000 Ghana cedis. And then no $100,000 over 1.3 million Ghana cedis to bring the
now
same
let's
thing.
do the fast check. You said, sir, President Mahama was the head of economic management team under Professor Mills, and Benghazi wanted me to do a fast check. Say, on an head of economic management team or not. Okay. This was published February 9, 2024. 2010 appointment letter of John Mahama led economic management team pops up. I mean, was it the role of government economic management team has come up strongly in recent times when within the context of Ghana's current economic challenges and the role of the current leader of the EMT, Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia. Under the Fourth Republic, the Vice President has been known to lead the EMT, which is a largely advisory body to the President. It's usually composed of some of the top economic and finance brain, blah, 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 and you're here. Okay, I'll say, that question seems to have been settled. A letter dated November 23, 2010 has been circulated as the former appointment letter of Mahama as head of Mills era presidency. It was signed by the then cabinet secretary J.K. Bebako Mensah and copied to the then chief of staff Henry Marty Newman. Members of the EMT, which was to sit at least once a month, included the then Minister of Finance, Energy, Agri, Trade and Industry, as well as the Bank of Ghana governor. Okay, so this is the letter. And we one of the members in appointment at the man. And this letter was 23rd November 2010. or say appointment as member of the Economic Management Team, EMT. Pursuant to Article 77, Clause 2, as part of steps to enhance the work of Cabinet, it has pleased His Excellency the President to appoint you as a member of the Economic Management Team with effect from 1st June 2010. The Economic Management Team will be chaired by His Excellency the Vice President. So it's clear, Sir Mahama was the chairman of the Economic Management Team. So this is the proof. Because a confidential document, we appointment we a member on the cabinet appointment. And to so that
means that there will be two co-chairs. That's what it means.
That's a chairman. Definitely, you have a co-chair. Baumia is the chairman. Yawasafumafu was the co-chair. True or false?
So what is this co-chair thing?
Okay, another one on the ambulance thing. This was also published by ACT Newsroom. Or say 29 million Ghanaians share 55 ambulance, and this was published May 6, 2018. What kind article now? All crowd the breakdown by regional breakdown ambulance or say Ghana is faced with a major health crisis that jeopardizes the lives of millions of its citizens. The country of 29 million people only has 55 functioning ambulance services servicing all the 10 regions. Oba, Ghana currently has 155 ambulances, 100 of which have broken down due to various faults, many of them engine related. And Wufa SARS article published by City Nusoswa. As at the time of Moko, as at the time of Moko was 155 ambulances. They're not a year Juma, a year 55. Citizen.
Who you are?
Your turn.
Sammy. There are things that as a country we need to be excited about, and there are things that whether you say be yet na hona yeshe tuntum na yesu. You see, first of all, let me take this off. I think there was an issue about cabinet, right?
Yeah.
76. Article 76 is very clear on it. There shall be a cabinet which shall consist of the president, the vice president, and not less than 10 and not more than 19 ministers of state. So those are the people who form cabinets. It should be not less than 10 and not more than 19. So that is the one who form cabinet. And then you read a letter which made reference to Article 77. I think 1 and 2.
Close, yeah.
Yeah, which also talks about a cabinet shall be summoned by the president, which shall preside at all meetings, and in the absence of the president, the vice president shall preside, and the cabinet shall regulate the procedure at the meeting. So it shows the importance of a vice president, and unfortunately that we now make it look like it's just a mate. Sammy, you see, as to Ghana, has it retrogressed or move forward? If I listen to a leader that I believed in, and I don't shy away from it. I've said it several times. I'm one of the believers, or I was one of the believers of our current president, Nana Akufo-Addo. I believe that his vision for this country, before 2016, I believed in him. I believe that he could turn things around. Because I felt he diagnosed the country in terms of the issues that he face. He said all the things that he would change this country from the Gadgetsburg economy. Gadgetsburg economy, that we are over reliant on imports. There, BBI, into Obasisa, the Sinabiano. Because all the way we can yen sidinu. Because ye hear dollar be brain that ko cranya maba. And the master me, yen ma you believe in domestication, these people. If you do a good thing, see win the powerness will be also best Ghana economy from Gadgetsburg economy. Yeah. Why not? It will be some there before 2016 and all kind of master. And Gadgetsburg economy ya sesa na yensese na metu menwu de ya akụ yenyi ma na ya akụ echi omanya asisa ya kra yemade ba ma we even want to stop it
a friend yale yale
sisia no hwe tomatoes a ye kraba jene na ye kraba na se ya nije in some isi we are suffering and we continue to suffer. Certain basic things are na first no you feel there wa ba fom no sisi wa se apagya no even try amount of money are now we spend on importing rice and sugar in this country wakoso because we are making inroads echi no you hu there yen import of rice and sugar no roko fom because sabi ye dey boy Commander Sugar Factory. From 2018 till now, we keep hearing different dates of that Commander Sugar Factory or start Juma. Honorable Alan Kojo Chamantin Kache in there somewhere 2022, I think July or so, the April. Commander Sugar Factory will come because sometimes now Casano say it is 98% completed. We are in 2024 February, almost end of February. So if we look at even the issue of the Gadgetsburg economy, I mean, where are we? Sami, there was one thing we were told today, yetisikasu is to come there. Sami, I asked myself that sikaya the one yet to do, and na yakata do. Because I was expecting yetisika.
So President Akufo-Addo made that statement, say a Commander Sugar Factory supposed to will start work April 2022.
Okay, thank you. So we say there now yetisika no have we progressed? Has we changed? Because sikana yet don't be on normal in the money we have it in this country. We were told there into the vice president of the Bank of Ghana when baby a Ghana yesika ina she into part of Nejumo Bayende or Bob Wene Yiskano, but look at that is when our debt ballooned. It came from 122 billion. CCI is over 600 billion. It is Kado. And the one yet to do. No mum you good I cry, ye bobosia. Sammy, na Ghana you took me a tray car. Before 2016, na Ghana you took me a tray car. Ya tada, ya kwaji busia you tria. In the CCI Ghana, you tray car. A kawa yazin yin tria. In the Ghana yaku ye mana de yaku yechi. Omana CCI idwa mando wobobosia what's Ghana yenyi chance because mumu ntwa moka intime hwehwe mumpo wa. It's the same country in the 2017 in Ghana say yakọ odwa mandra nkofo frefre na mumbejo Ghana da mu pebia monjena mu fanko because Ghana one mutwa moka mu na mu di mumbredo wo market twa. That same country now today won pay yi ma hwe in the market. In the Yekro Ghana, what's Yekita Jong status? Yadam Bolabed. Yeah, economy rating agencies we're rating to Jong status. Sami Yekwe Yimana Yasanyechi. And some of these issues, you see, we shouldn't politicize it in that manner there. These are the issues that we are facing. Face. And what's you use the figures? Facts and figures. These are the facts and figures. Rating agencies now you see in 2014, 2015, 2016 now. Yeah, they say you've been the same rating agencies now and one may wrong status. Nti Omanya yeku enyim no onyi. Omanya Ghana yeku enyim oni. Sammy, talk about security. I was very happy the president mentioned security. I mean, I think he started with the security. And Ghana will protect your borders now. Minti de oman bia pedo butwa Ghana ye assassin bi odeka Canada ho. Minti
ala Ghana for beji assassin ana.
Minti de oman bia pedo butwa Ghana ya assassin bi odeka Canada assassin. Imbom da meti enyi de e kai de oman panyi Mahama na abredo. Na nkofu bi pede Cote d'Ivoire wonye pro ye oil for.
Yeah, epono.
Emma, you call court. Okay, yeah. And I think when President Akufo-Addo Bay, I think Oyi one lawyer, no can a lawyer with there were two lady lawyers.
Oyi former Attorney General Marietta Buapria. Emma Neka the then Minister for Attorney General Gloria Akufu.
No okay. Yeah. It was beautiful, fantastic. If that is that one there on metasi. So no na Ghana will try assassinity or bekada wa abon banya. That one I understand. Fantastic. Fantastic move. I understand it. But menti beside the master menti be that will try assassinity. But when it comes to the insurgency or kodo around us in terms of different groups no nye mawoye around us
terrorist group.
Then mama ye free that our president was ECOWAS chairman. Sammy, under his watch, a lot of coup within the sub-region. Under his watch. So, what did we do differently? Or what was done? If you are making a Ghana, you may be war. I had a we might end up losing it. You see, our gallant soldiers, our gallant men and women who are doing the work on the front and doing the intelligence work. In fact, Makade, kakra mati said the military have been resourced in terms of retooling. So I give the credit to Mampeyin. In terms of military, Yama wo here they have been resourced on it. I give that credit. But my only issue is that baby I know that some fakono. Either way sabi the gallant men and women now, you know, I didn't hear much about them. And we are talking about the commander-in-chief. Celebrating your men and women, congratulating them, getting them, feel that, Masa, the fight, we are with them. You know, so it goes beyond what he said. But if he talks about insurgencies on American, the whole ECOWAS, but some no see. That was when we saw the Oko US. Now, or kosa about Burkina Faso. In Konu Krasumpo, if the diplomatic mission see one fan for one jima, Konusu confess and full brain. So, yamina yena say, well, baby, yeti when it comes to those security issues. But in other areas, something education-wise, free SHS, fantastic. Now, free SHS, the state of our free SHS today. Some parents, we am shishin wamba because wamba num kuku sakura for months. Sometimes parents will open was a ban come wamba kempo. It's a problem. Head teachers are suffering. Head teachers. What breast want to manka. Because orke ken ye be yi na sinche. Se na adwuma nhwere na woman transfer baby a ne nyonjo. Nti wontu manka. Si say head teacher bi wo one wa friend yanko teacher. Masa wo mo a mo so mo wangwa. Nti yendi wo ye barter trade. Ya me ayeye. Na time I expect the benya wo na de what da e beji ni da sha name no so wamba. No che dem apatru mu. Chi da afi. And these are the issues that we are being confronted with. So, Sami, in a nutshell, when it comes to whether Ghana has moved forward or backwards, probably we moved forward 2 steps and we went back about 4 steps. Sami, there is something very interesting. Omampeyinka in any State of Nation address. Okay, the La General Hospital we secure alternative funding for it. We cheer the contractor about $7.5 million, which is about 15% of the whole sum. And in 28 months, we Agenda 111, what's the 18 months? 101 hospital, yeah, the 18 months you wait. Sami ukrom kasa koro wakan nai. Deka. Yeah, the 28 months. Na edi babesi. When we are going to use 18 months to build 111. Deka. Yeah, the 28 months.
In August na 3 years.
Really?
Yes.
Sami, the last one, my father.
1 minute.
10,000 Ghana cedis. In 2016, when you are using the dollar as to 4.20, 4.20, would have given you $2,381.
Okay.
10,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Would have given you $2,381.
Okay.
Today, the same 10,000 Ghana cedis will give you $769. Less than $1,000. $769.
It means from 2,300 to 700. Offer difference, or striking difference now. We are talking about 1,006.
Exactly.
Okay. My main kind message, Mrana Fei.
I mean, those are the realities.
Okay. You say, Huntor, I dove my heart for the pop guy in the smoke. Or see, he has spoken like a matured youth, and I have hope for the future. But for the unnecessary interruption from MPP man, you started on a good note. Come and explain your sooner. You rather chose to jab Mahama. Sydney Crea was say, Benghazi has indeed contradicted himself by saying Mills did well than Mahama. He has forgotten that Mahama was a vice then, and as such, shares in the glory, unlike the Baumia, who is distancing himself from his own government. Sydney and Edweba. Me pacha me ba question aye de be wie show no ni. President Kufuor ejaye one oil well. A chese legacy ani betimi anya sika capital intensive. Enya ma oye ya chese odi e de man ni predecessor na wo si bui dam. A ni nyina so e be solve problem. A chese in predecessor ntimi nya bi. Mahama also left a year sinking fund, stabilization fund, and then infrastructure investment fund, and a year 2 other oil wells. At the end of President Kufuor, Edi Jaye, Baumiana Beba Deno Di Jano, Mahama Neba Deno Di Jano. Was a good evening, Huntor. My name is Michael, aka Abolukpaku. Or say, when a liar speaks under pressure, the color of his lips exposes him. Type of Hamatan lips. Kindly check the lips of the gentleman B. Who is B? I refer to Benghazi. Nature doesn't lie. You will have heard. What is the B? As he carrying a glass of water to wet your lips. Okay, we say. Good evening, Huntor. Please let Benghazi be aware that Nana has passed Akpeteshi and And he is aware that other ones makes him higher. Why would he worry for just Akpeteshi? Why? I think the MPP man is trying to play mind game with us. He started talking about numbers, GDP from President Mills to Mahama, and he then started explaining issues instead of the same numbers with the Akufo-Addo economy, GDP. So I'm challenging him to give us the numbers to now, not issues. But so Huntor, you have caught the MPP man. Tell him it's very accurate to get the right information from the ambulance of Ghana because they do the work of the ambulance service, not what the government wants to put out there to give themselves credit. Well, a good evening, Sammy, please. We sacrifice our precious time and sleep to listen to you and your panelists, but the MPP guy taint the program with his submission and lies and boring moment he gives. We are stressed with parent motion, Hakim, and anyway, Diabre. Why is the MPP guy comparing NDC to NDC and not NDC to MPP? Who was the vice president when Atamils was president? Hello, Original TV. Please advise the NDC PC to leave the communicators to use those abusive adjectives about the Ghana president, but not him. As you know, as you now going to the people for vote, irrespective of their political affiliation. First funny communicator in the MPP was the guy called Benghazi. He always talked like, good evening, Efusame Huntor. Benghazi should be very careful of his utterances about John Dramani Mahama. If he wants to be beaten, then he should mess up. Back to the issue at hand. Our economy is in a bad shape, and you get some, what the attempt? Under Nana Akufo-Addo, we don't feel proud to say we are Ghanaians outside the country. Huntor, where Hamson, Edifri Violation or the Ebae. Hello, Original TV, please advise the NDCPC my account message way. It's here day. Stop bringing blind-minded people. The attempt. Hunter, good evening. What I'm expecting from Akufo-Addo is to tell us how much money he is going or living in the various funds created by Mahama, or else he and his entire family will not know peace in their life. We say, Mr. Hunter, President Mills, may he so rest in peace. Tell this Benghazi man to rest. His presence on your show and face the reality. Keke, Medina, Nidiene. My name is Joe. What about people saying Akufo-Addo? Good evening, Mr. Hunter. Why always Ben used to do dirty works for MPP? They would dump him like, better for you to go back to USA. Honorable Ato Forcing, all the way. Victory, NDC. We say, good evening, my honorable men. I say, hey, this MPP guy can carry power. I say, when it comes to irrelevant issues, see how he is sweating, defending, but if you talk about the failing governance, MPP, that is where you see him jittling. From Yenia Williamson, yesterday, it was a good evening, yesterday, Ghanaians across the country and beyond were scandalized by the height of dishonesty and shenanigans by Akufo-Addo, the crazy driver who nurtured the useless crazy mate Baumia. No, fast I not where the attempt in car message. What the attempt? We say good evening, Hunter. This is the reason why I asked you to take calls after the communicators have finished discussion, so that we can also tell our mind. Men's and the people question. Benghazi, Macho, 4 minutes. Capital investment being ena MPP for the past 8 years aya abanya ebe take you over 2025 no ebetimi egina so enye sika ede abo oman hobra 4 minutes.
Okay. I think it's a good question. I think it's a very good question, Huntor. Oshe, on the petroleum downstream infrastructure cry, it's another a year as a yeshana. In the petroleum downstream infrastructure, no, there's a supply and installation of mass flow meters, pumps, and loading arms. Greater Accra, and what it means is that say, doing some rigging. I don't even know how to say. It's very technical, but President Akufo-Addo had to put in such infrastructure to absorb some of these, also meters. Into say when you say meters now, one of them to say tallow oil say or reggae obetumi asisiw about the ebia so produce ebia 1,000 barrel obetumi akachiro say
any capital investment.
Yes, idea ya hwem so. And two, okonso we na ye on Petroleum Commission had to train welders, okay, oko offshore na abrofo no nkwana na eyeden and we took them to Alberta, Canada to go and train them Sisi Ghana for Hayden take you over. One of the major things Obia would also remember President Akufo-Addo for Agenda 111 hospitals Oyeden OC idea say I am trying to do it sector by sector because I have every ewa hanum on health. One say first no nanka about the dialysis people were paying for their own self. It became a major issue. Now saying government has been able to absorb that. Say obi kidney dialysis no government is going to pay for
capital investment.
No, but I'm saying these are some. Obviously. Or you are not talking about things that will remember President Akufo-Addo.
No, I'm talking about capital investment. Idea betimi di sika ba aban foforo na wo ba no betimi enya bi. Ti said the Mahama doom so a capital investment. 2 oil fields a capital investment. Go for 1 oil field a capital investment. Fund a hodo a create di sika gum ni nyina a capital. Aban o success abefa o betimi di aye bibi. Eno na me ho.
No, yes, obviously if say and when I walk now, I was thinking, say, Nyoma president when he's gone. And these are also, is it not also a capital investment when you build 100 capacity bed neurology center, Kolibu? You understand? First, and these are all people are 77 one way or the other. In the areas of health, you know.
Hospital capital investment.
Na enkoyi no agenda 111 is popular, you understand. And when it comes to in the areas of food and security, we have about 80 warehouses.
Okay,
what you say 80 warehouses are buying a sea from 2017 till now. Okay. Sometimes we don't even have any warehouse to store it.
Your predecessor left Buffett's account to say sinking fund, stabilization fund, infrastructure investment fund, heritage fund. Nina uja de money nina sinesika wom. Funds be na wo create. Even the existing funds in discussing them as about me and beba 2025 or betimi akuma ko iska. Ahochire blame to say COVID buy. Ahochire blame to say agenda 111. Ahochire blame to say kokofo ahawi. You have anything like that?
Oh, of course. I believe, sir, if I could critically look into the finance minister said some of these things, which perhaps I'm saying, if I need to know, I cannot. But if you give me time and next week, I would be able to, tell you some of the things. Any normal president.
So next week, you tell us. So next week, you tell us the capital investment.
Sure.
Then you also tell us funds are how do our heritage. The state of these funds, Sikasen and demo Wuja or they call.
Sure, I'll do that. I can do that.
Okay. Honorable Alote, same question. Do you see anything like that?
Sammy, I'm say Ububo Fansa Ram Mahama, a Jumara, a Jama Ghana. Now I just want to throw more light in a bear. I shall for understand. Say you see sinking fund. A fund be a Ram Mahama see ya, or they see can be a gumu. Send a bear your loans na agino. Every time I bet you, na idia chia. We kaya raku for AG Eurobond 2007. And the 2017 was the maturity date. Until in Tentewana Ram Mahama any the then finance minister said take SC sinking fund. It is kagum. Send a bear when it matures, you pay. Only say normally government bond no, which you coupon rate every year. Now say mature then you pay the principal. In the Ram Mahama, enya, I mean, say we need that fund to return most of our debt this year. And that's the meaning of the sinking fund. Ebium, or see the Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund. I did see roads, schools, and so on and so forth. You see here. Or see you and I free abemo. And when they no more use our funds no ADC Agenda 111. They are picking the money from give. Ram Juma boy, that's what they are using. Then Heritage Fund, say Ukan one sem no. COVID-19 buy no. Sikana Yenya from oil no. We put some in the Heritage Fund. Then we put the rest in ABFE just to manage and balance our budget. Yeah, this is to Heritage Fund. Time COVID-19 buy no. That is where we went to take part of the money to survive. So Ghanaians understand. Ebium, Ora Mahama isi the energy sector levy, ESLA, and that is a process to retire the debt in the energy sector. And say within 5 years, no, it will mean Jessica on the tax. You 2 years, no, let me clear all the money we owe in the energy sector. Then the fund will relax. On mobile, you know, they have extended the tenure of ESLA, and they have even increased the rate. Meaning, they have even used the proceeds as what? Collateral to take more loan. And these are the funds Ram Mahama time into I cannot mention the rest. Now funds if you go back to the Ministry of Finance, there's nothing there again. Apart from the giver, more CEO and all that thing, because ESLA, for instance, we are owing a lot from there. Now, Obisa, when you have Bengazi say, what are the things of Moja capital investment or Moja MD Magana for? Because Ora Mahama Eban, DDEP, the domestic debt exchange program, that is what they are leaving for Ghanaians.
Investment.
It's a capital investment. A car more ding for motor bonds, no?
It means a liability.
Yes. Yes. Every company, Ghana is a company, every company they have an asset and liability on the balance sheet. That is what they are leaving. No, what I mean is that they are leaving trouble and problem for us. That's the point. DDEP. External ones, what are they leaving again? High corruption. Last year, the international index on corruption. Orama West performance is their best for the several years. And they are leaving corruption for us. PDS, Omuji 1.5 billion. The money has not been paid back to ECG. And they are going. PPA. Cash for seat. These are the things. These are the things of Moja. Am I Ghana for? Wow. And it's clear. Say Ghana has gone back several years. And they be America. It's about fact and figures. And you mean America. We see what is going on every day. Akufo-Addo president. Any about me or must say Ghana. And it's clear. And yet debate be can you and can anymore. It's fact and figures on the table. Say Omokoin, they have nothing. Look, Oramama, almost say they came to complete some of the e-blog. Meaning Oramama started e-blog to some point. A year about 46 of them. The rest you came to complete. At least the man began something. Okoi, tell me the school blocks are Uja. Oramama started hospitals, Afari, Bekwai, and so on. Mobile, you are complete. I mean, you are continuing the work. What are you also living? Say, okay. We'll continue from there. Nothing. Apart from corruption.
Can you identify any capital investment done by Nanado Baumia government? Whoever inherited this government in 2021 can say, so, we call her Menyesika, IABB.
Oh,
so you are a citizen. You are not a spectator. You are a citizen.
You see,
no,
I
didn't say
they hear time. In fact, the same thing I'm saying. If it doesn't come ready,
so the 4 minutes right now has 1 year more time.
Because I don't want to. It has to do with figures.
Sure.
Because you see,
as for Alote, it's easy for him to say because he's in opposition. But I need to, come out with.
No, but you see,
because whatever I put out here, he will fact check.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
No, I
need to go back and come back again, prepare and tell you what is
but you see, my issue.
When I come, don't worry. When I come, you know.
My issue is that there are certain things we are readily in case should come to us, But I think one of the key things that they've done, even though I'm not too sure of how it might bring us income, need their continuity of the second phase of the airport, the
Kumasi International
Airport. For me, I think these are key things that they've continued that it will have dividends for the country. There will be flights doing that. So I think these are key things. They may call our friend Takrady this weekend. I saw some of the construction. You see, some of the construction will enhance some of the things. But for baby to the Takrady, so I mean, my main Takrady because me fit Takrady, but Takrady for washing and day I wonder how they live there. Because they've touched almost every part of their roads, but there's nothing going on. Maybe I wait to tour, but there's nothing going on. From Shama Junction to Takrady, and even though you flyover or there was a big one about
market
cycle. So wait to Nina was why your market so or since so it was the funny in market cycle hobby. So they've touched almost everywhere, which would have been good if they were doing it. But it's not happening. The Takrady for the mesre on their part that MPs are all Takrady. I mean, where I was expecting that Bobo or Yemina they will add their voice to it because really nothing is happening, and it's sad. Oh mama, Takrady and first Kakran Eduan Tisiano, where they come none to Fufra and the traffic that it causes there. We drive all crown him. What Bobe 6-7? Na driver, even though it's a light crown, who to mano in but you see, this government were a roads power, but they are doing the roads to the homes of the people.
Homes of people.
Every road be a why win. It's leading to either a minister's house or a check. My Bengals on check.
Maybe a former minister for road. Who call the community one more? That was community 12.
Yeah, it's very nice. Into quality warrior, but baby, I been when the warrior is to their homes. But one eye.
Okay. I was here for I had a digima day in ABC in Penny for Sedan Commam say Honorable Emmanuel Ality, a parliamentary candidate at the NDC and Yaso to about Precious. Honorable Ato. Citizen Ato Dazi, a general secretary of the Great Consolidated Popular Party. And then senior prefects. And Honorable Benghazi, a national communication team member, the New Patriotic Party, NPP. We did this more Huntor and Amanyosem. The protocol at Tunisia is 1% care discussion we are signing up my course. Do you agree?
No problem.
Do you agree?
Yes, I think
I'm okay.
Okay, let's see.